If you asked me if I could just have one feature in a Call of Duty Zombies game, what would that be? My answer would actually be incredibly quick. I wouldn't have to think about it at all because I've already decided this forever ago. And what that is mod tools on console. And I mean, I don't really need to explain why this is the case. Anybody could see the quality and crazy maps that people have made with mod tools on PC. But the problem with that is that so many people don't have a PC. In fact, the majority of the Call of Duty player base does not play on PC. So many people are left out here. So that's why I would want this feature into a Call of Duty game, especially on console. But the problem with that is that it's probably not realistic. I mean, anybody who has opened up mod tools on BO3 could tell you that that is something that could probably never be done on console. And maybe one day we'll be able to port maps over from PC to console, but I honestly don't know if that's realistic either. So this just let me think to the next best thing. And to me, I think that we could have something similar to mod tools, but not exactly the same. And what that is a game mode similar to Halo's Forge. Now, for the people who don't know what Halo's Forge mode is, it's kind of like a map editor that lets you do a lot of different things, especially with the later ones, especially Halo 5's Forge mode, but we'll get through those. But the general idea of the Forge mode is that it lets you first edit pre-existing maps. So they let you jump into a map that the studio already made, and you can just mess around, spawn in vehicles, spawn in guns, spawn in different items, whether they be just like a wall or boost pad, teleporter, anything like that. They let you do a lot of that stuff on pre-existing maps. But another thing that was added later with Forge was the ability to make your own custom maps from scratch, where you just get a blank slate and you'll be able to make any map you want, which is incredibly insane. And I recommend you guys go check around some Halo Forge maps because they've been able to make some crazy things. I mean, people have remade previous Halo maps to making completely custom maps, to making racing maps, to making even some weird Squid Game like maps. Like, there's a lot of crazy things that they're able to do with these Forge tools, and there's so many more features that I'm not going to be able to go through here. But if you guys still really aren't sold on this idea of how cool Forge is in Halo, I'd recommend checking out the video that I'm using for all of this gameplay of Halo 4. The channel is same token, that video is Evolution of Forge 2007 through 2020, and he goes into a ton of depth of all of the major features that were added into Forge as time went on, and it's a really good watch and really shows you how cool Forge is. I mean, he talks about so many things, some things that I don't even have time to mention, things like prefabs and stuff like that, and they're just such cool features that are just so cool. And let's just not stress enough that all of these are on console. But after seeing all of that and seeing everything that they were able to do with these Forge tools, I started to think, how crazy would that be if we had a system like that for Call of Duty Zombies? I mean, just think about all the crazy things you could do. I mean, you'd be able to make all of your own unique maps. You could change the environment, the skybox, just like you could in Halo Forges. You'd even do a little bit, it's limited, but you could even do some scripting, some animations that you have. You could interact with things, open things up and down, all the crazy stuff that you could see like that. And of course, you can make challenger maps like a small room, or you can make a tower, or all these different options that you could do. So many of these options that you could do that we see are possible with the Halo Forge mode. And if you just brought that over to zombies, the possibilities would be endless. I cannot stop thinking about how cool that would be. Now, I understand that there would be some limitations here compared to traditional mod tools for Call of Duty Zombies, because obviously you're not going to be able to port things over from other games yourself. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do custom animations or custom things like that. Everything probably has to be added in by the developers themselves. But at the same time, I still think this gives you so many different options to play it. And a huge benefit from this, and even though you can't be as creative with it, is that it's much more simpler than the mod tools on PC, because the mod tools on PCs are incredibly complex. But with the Forge mode, it is much more simpler, which translates to more people having the ability to actually make these maps, because that's a major problem with mod tools on PC, is that a lot of people have cool ideas, but a lot of people can't make them because they don't know how to develop games. Because to make them on PC, you pretty much need to be very familiar with developing games. You just can't be a random person. Whereas with Forge tools, again, you may be limited in what you can do, but it's simpler and easier for someone to do, so more people will be able to do this. And because of everything I've said, and probably things I forgot to mention during this, I think that the best possible thing for Call of Duty Zombies, and what would really take zombies, especially on console, to that next level, would be a Forge mode inside Call of Duty Zombies. I mean, just think of all different possibilities. I mean, even if we ignore the custom map part, if we just look at the map editing part, I mean, imagine being able to edit pre-existing maps, changing them however you want, making them into some weird challenge or something like that. Like, all of those different ideas just sound really cool. But then of course we do take into account you can make your custom maps, like I said, and I mean all of that stuff that you could do with these custom maps. I just keep imagining all of the different possibilities. Again, there's going to be some limitations, because I don't know if there's going to be enough scripting material that Treyarch will add to a Forge mode that would let you build a full custom main Easter egg or even a boss fight. But I do imagine that they would let you use some assets from different parts of the game, whether it be combining all the different zombies assets from all of the different maps, or maybe even bringing multiplayer assets, campaign assets, whether it be maps or items from those, or weapons. All the different possibilities just sound so freaking cool to me that honestly, at this point, it's a crime that they haven't actually done this yet. But that's just kind of how it is right now. And oh my gosh, just think of it. I honestly think this would be the coolest thing ever. Just having a Forge-like mode in Call of Duty Zombies would just be the absolute best. Regardless though, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on my idea of a Forge mode inside of Call of Duty Zombies. Is this something you agree with would be the best possible thing that could happen in Zombies, or do you share a different opinion on what would be the best possible thing for Zombies? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. But regardless, that's going to wrap it up for me. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and all that great stuff. But I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys next stream, video, or whatever the heck it may be, and laters, guys.